We're pleased to be joined by two-time All-Star and MLB stadium analyst Danny Graves to break down everything happening on the diamond. Danny, let's start with the Toronto Blue Jays. They found themselves without a manager, a pitcher, and a catcher in the fifth inning on Thursday. John Gibbons, Marcus Stroman, and Russell Martin were all tossed within one pitch. But that wasn't the first time, Danny, that we've seen guys in blue have a quick trigger this week. On Wednesday, Adrian Beltre, for some puzzling reason, got tossed for moving the on-deck circle after he was told to remain on it. And then back on Tuesday, Bryant got his first career ejection for arguing balls and strikes. So, Danny, do you think the umpires are getting a little too power hungry?
Yeah, CT. I think some of them are, not all of them. There's still some really great umpires out there, personality-wise, and obviously on the job. But as far as like these guys that have such a quick hook, Jerry Davis with Adrian Beltre to me is so puzzling. I don't think anybody in the whole baseball world understands why he threw Adrian Beltre out of that game. Now, of course, he probably thinks it's a little bit of a disubordination, or however you call that. But I think Adrian Beltre, yes, that's it, insubordination. Adrian Beltre stands off to the side of the batters, the on-deck circle anyways, because he's afraid that he's going to get hit by a foul ball, which many other hitters do that in the league. So why Jerry Davis singled him out to do this, I have no idea. But Adrian Beltre, we got to remember, he's on chasing 3,000. They were losing 22-10, whatever it was. Fans stuck around to see his last at-bat, and they didn't get to see it because the umpire wanted to make a scene. And then these other guys, like today with the Blue Jays, with Stroman and Russell Martin, Stroman said nothing except that was a strike. I mean, you could read his lips. He said that pitch was a strike. And the umpire had a quick hook and threw him out, threw Russell Martin out for turning his head, looking back at him. So, I mean, these umpires have to realize that the fans aren't there to see them. And that's what it boils down to. Sometimes the umpires think that that's what they're there for, to put on a show. But the fans come to see the players play, not the umpires ump.
This happens from time to time when it seems like that umpires overstep their boundaries, so to speak. Does Rob Manfred step in, or is there a resolution? Is there a way that we can rectify what seems to be a growing problem?
I'm so glad you asked that, because there should be a way that these guys get punished a little bit, whether it's a suspension or whether they get maybe demoted down to AAA and bring somebody else up, because that's what happens to the players when they don't perform well, or if they have some kind of disciplinary action, they get sent down. But the umpires, there's really no punishment for these guys that aren't doing their job. The only punishment is they don't get to umpire in the playoff games. Well, guess what? There's only 8 guys that umpire in the playoff games for each league anyway. So, I mean, to me, it's like something has to be done. There has to be some kind of punishment to hold these guys more accountable.
We'll see if something does, in fact, get done to try to curb this issue.